When I was broke and living paycheck to paycheck, I felt overwhelmed by the mere thought of making an investment and saving some money. But I still managed to start investing. And in this video, I will share 5 tips of how you can start investing even when you have very little money. When I wanted to start investing, I was in debt, and the income that I made went to paying off my living expenses and the debts that I had. I lived alone and felt the pressure to survive till the next month, knowing that perhaps even the next month, the same thing would happen all over again. All the income that I made would be sucked up by my living expenses and the debt repayments that I had to make. So I followed these 5 tips in order to start investing, even though I was still broke and living paycheck to paycheck. First, I had to solve my debt problem. If you have tons of debt repayments that are currently just taking all of the income that you make, then watch this video where I share detailed, actionable steps that you can follow in order to clear off your debt so that you can start building your wealth. If you don't have any debt or have worked really hard to clear off the debt that you had, you are very fortunate. So please comment down below with the blue heart to show support to those who are still clearing off their debts. Next, I had to change my mindset. You know, a lot of people think that you have to be rich in order to start investing, when the opposite is actually true. You have to start investing in order to become rich. And it really doesn't matter the amount of money that you start off with when you start investing, as long as you start your journey towards building your wealth. Your first investment could even be a $20 fractional share of the Apple stock. And when you compare yourself to somebody who invested $10,000 into the same stock, the percentage of price increase and the dividends that you get in terms of percentages are still the same. What matters is that you are both on a journey to build your wealth. Once I understood this concept, I used these 5 tips in order to start investing with very little money. I drip-fed my investments by making it into a game. Each month, I invested the very same amount that I would have paid as a debt repayment into my investment. Then, throughout the month, when I resisted an impulse purchase, I would take the purchase amount and put it into buying a fractional share for the same amount that my impulse purchase would have cost, and gain confidence in the investment that I was making. This allowed me to buy fractional shares for as little as $20, for example, multiple times during the month without losing any of that initial investment with brokerage fees that weren't helping to build up my wealth. The only costs that I had were once I was starting to sell some of my shares, where the cost of transaction then came in. But in the beginning, when I was still learning and buying, I did not see any costs go off that would hamper the growth of my investment. This alone helped me to keep investing even during the toughest months when I didn't have any amount to spare, not even for brokerage fees. If you find any of the information that I've shared so far to be helpful, please like the video so that a lot more people can find this video on YouTube. I had very little to invest. So the old advice to spread the investments over multiple companies and form some sort of portfolio of companies just wasn't gonna work for me. Also, I was curious to learn more about the companies that I was investing in. I wanted to know what makes the company tick, what are the company's weaknesses, when I can expect the company to have huge growth, what the supply chain was. I wanted to get into the details so that I know exactly what kind of company I'm investing in, so that I can take advantage of the market fluctuations by investing using fundamental knowledge instead of just following what the pundits say on TV. This helped me to invest even when the market was red and people were selling off. Learning how to perform a financial analysis for a company that you are investing in, it's something that I would say is more suited for people with a financial background or those who are willing to learn. I'm an accountant, so I really enjoyed nerding out on the numbers and going deep into understanding exactly how the company works when I look at the balance sheet and the financial statements. I didn't follow the Wall Street advisors or the commentators that you would see on TV, simply because my investment time horizon was very different from theirs. They would be looking at investments in the short-term period, per quarter, or on a monthly basis, or over a year. Whereas my time horizon is well into my retirement. I want the investments that I make to be still making me money even when I'm retired, which is over 60 years in the future. So we definitely had different time horizons, and the way that I analyzed the company that I invested in was way different to the way that they look at the investments. But if you don't have time, or perhaps don't want to take such a long-term approach in your investment journey, then you can also just go with what is already recommended, such as buying an index fund or an EFT fund. During the same period that I started investing, a friend of mine did the same. Instead of doing her own company analysis like I was doing, she instead bought an index fund because she still wanted to enjoy the summer vacation that she had without worrying about the fund going up or down, but just knowing that in the end, the index fund will outperform most of the other investments that other people are making. She was happy not to spend any time behind the computer nerding out over the company financial details. Also, she had the advantage that her buy decision could be made faster since all the information and the research is already available on any particular index fund that you might choose to invest in. This meant that she could focus on having a wonderful summer holiday without worrying about the investment decision that she had made. Once I was on a happy monthly investing flow, I realized that these 5 tips that I just shared with you actually work. And now the only thing that could ruin my financial journey was the bad money habits that I still had. I really worried about this because I should have tackled these bad money habits sooner rather than later. This would have made my journey in building wealth simpler, faster, and much more enjoyable. To make sure that you don't make the same mistakes in your journey to build wealth, watch this video next where I share bad money habits that might just be keeping you poor. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you on the next video. Bye!